Yeah, this one's not too surprising, but I do still think he's considered the number one on his team, and I think he's in most starting lineups for teams that roster him, and that is Courtland Sutton of the Denver Broncos. Now, I'll start this by saying I don't mind if you bench every single Denver Bronco that is fantasy relevant. If any of them are on your benches, I will not blink an eye. Like, it's just who do you feel comfortable starting? I don't feel comfortable starting Russ. Melvin Gordon barely played, and the coach did not have some good things to say. And the wide receivers have not been doing it, right? Now you look at their matchup this week. And 2 years ago, if I said this, you might have laughed. But they are playing the New York Jets. The New York Jets, and I owe this tidbit to my buddy Jeremy Cravat. He runs a YouTube channel called Jets Chaos. Go check it out on YouTube if you can find it. He's a diehard Jets fan. He pointed out to me that because we talk Jets every time I go into work, and he was talking about their cornerbacks. And of course, they have Sauce Gardner, who we all know about. High draft pick coming out, looking like a baller. He was the one wearing the cheese head after the Packers game this past week. But they don't only have one shutdown corner, they have two. And they have DJ Reed, who's also a shutdown corner. Now, it's kind of like, look, I'm not saying either of these guys are Patrick Surtain. That guy's a monster. Love watching him shut down wide receivers. But, like, it's like having two of them. And so, like, it's not like one of them can put one on Judy and Courtland Sutton's going to be wide open. I just think, first of all, look at the Denver games. They're all low scoring. So, like, are any of the wide receivers going to do anything? Second of all, look at these corners that they're going to have to play against. On top of that, their pass rush is good. Russell Wilson's apparently banged up. We don't even know if he's going to start this week. It's a disaster in Denver. Stay away from Courtland Sutton. And I would say he's probably the best, most fantasy relevant player on Denver. So that means you're benching all Denver players, but bench Courtland Sutton.
Yeah, man, I hear your thoughts, and it is what it is. It is not the team that you thought it was going to be when Russell Wilson took over. Courtland Sutton, he's had a few games, but mostly down. The New York Jets are quite the defense this year. A lot of people have seen, like, hey, the Jets are blowing teams out of the water. Well, they're not doing it with the arm of Zach Wilson. He had 5 fantasy points last week. They're doing it with Breece Hall, and they're doing it with their defense. So I don't like it any more than you do, Jacob. That is a fine pick. That is Jacob's Fool's Gold Player of the Week, Courtland Sutton.